The Chandler Gilbert baseball team on the diamond with an afternoon affair in the first of two against Southwest Oregon. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Joe Pequeno alongside the doctor, Adam Perry. And Doc, 4 games into this early part of the season for Chandler Gilbert, and John Watts' team making some noise, playing some excellent baseball.
Yeah, the Yotes seem to be in midseason form here, and I mean, they picked up right where they left off last season in terms of skill level, and they're only building. The Yotes are looking so good 4 games into the season, and I'm excited to see them continue that today in this doubleheader.
Gavin Park getting the start. Defensively behind him, center field, Ben Hashizaki catching Tate Lewis. At first base, Easton Bryant. Second base, Blake Tiggs. Shortstop, John Enright. At third base, Ethan Hatch. In left, Amir McGee. And, of course, in center, Ben Hashizaki. Leading off for Southwest Oregon, it'll be Rich Choi, followed by Rain Yoshida and Bola White. So glad he can join us in the first of 2. And this one is ripped foul down the left field line. And, Doc, usually you think of Arizona, you think of sunny, warm, beautiful climate.
Yeah.
And for these poor folks that have come from Oregon, they've heard it all week. They feel like they brought the bad weather with them.
Yeah. So they're on home turf here in terms of the weather. They're more accustomed to this than us for sure.
Yeah.
And at least we got the start off in this one.
Yes, there is rain that's looming over this part of the Southeast Valley, so we're hoping we can squeeze at least one in. Of course, the fans here, they've got their blankets, they've got their heavy winter artillery, and they're feeling like it's fall-like conditions. It's October baseball here in Chandler Gilbert in the early part of February. And Gavin locks up a good fastball over the part of the plate. It goes to 2-2. And Doc, you know all about Gavin Park, the lefty. Give us kind of a breakdown.
Yeah, Gavitron is just nasty from that left side, and I mean, he brings the heat. You don't expect it, but his fastball has a lot of late life on it. And he throws something nasty right there. Might have been his changeup, but he throws a lot of pitches. He throws a changeup, 2-seam, 4-seam, slider, and a curveball. But I'd have to say his premier pitch, his bread and butter, is definitely his changeup, Joe.
Park with a 3-2 count. And he freezes Rich Choi inside on the breaking pitch for the first out. Southwest Oregon, they play in the Northwest Atlantic Conference, not affiliated with the National Junior College Athletic Association. 27-20 last year. This is kind of a prelude to their season. They came to Arizona to get some games in. They played Paradise Valley the other day. They had a game scheduled against Phoenix College because of the field conditions. They couldn't get that one in, and now here they are hoping to squeeze one in if Mother Nature will stop waving her wicked wand of destruction and allow baseball to be played today. Of course, it is cloudy, it's overcast, it's windy, and
it is now raining.
It is now drizzling, and we are up in a press box where we have a little sheet of metal just on top of us, and but
I think that means we're the target, Joe.
Yes, we have a little bit of a sprinkle, so you know we're gonna gut through this one as Park with a 1-1 count as he faces Rain Yoshida, and it goes to 2-1. So this Southwest Oregon team led by head coach Dave Deutschman, 27-20 last year. They lost in the playoffs. They felt they should have went a little farther. And this is kind of a prelude to their season to get things going. And Doc, for them, they're on the road. And, of course, in their regular season schedule and their records, it doesn't really matter. But, of course, for them, they want to set the tone. Yeah,
absolutely. And, I mean, the Yotes are going to do anything they can to stop that from happening. Gavin Park has looked good so far, and he's in a 2-2 count now. The pitch, fastball just high. And we'll go to a full count now.
On deck is Bola White, the right fielder. So glad you can join us right here on the Chandler Gilbert Sports Network. An exciting time to be on this campus. The basketball team, Coach Steve Silsby, the squad, and how about the big outside change by Gavin Park, and 2 up, 2 down. Talk about tone setters for Gavin Park with a couple strikeouts. And Bola White about to check in. So as I was mentioning, the basketball team in the top 20 playing great with a shot to win the conference. And then, of course, the baseball team starting up ranked in the top 20. And once again, if you're a high-tuned athlete looking for a great junior college to come to, 202 off Pecos Road in the
Pecos
East
Road,
Valley.
yeah.
It's a great destination. And Doc,
They're calling your name, yeah.
Yeah, they're calling your name, and the Coyote Center is second to none as an athletic facility.
Absolutely. It is stunning. Really, a lot of time and effort is put into these sport facilities here at Chandler Gilbert, and, you know, it paid off.
It's a 1-1 count. Park moving quickly. Mother Nature is moving quickly as well. A big bender, and that's taken for strike two. The rain is starting to pick up, and we will bring you the action as long as the two teams are on the field.
Yep.
Now, Southwest Oregon, they had some young men working in the bullpen, and this one's bounced to the right side. And
Gavitron's going to have to make a play, and just barely not in time.
hard hit ball to Easton Bryant, ate him up just a tad, and Park got over late. So it's a 2-out opportunity for Hannah Warren stepping in, the catcher. And they're going to give that an error on Easton Bryant. So stepping in is Hannah Warren with an opportunity, and we apologize. Usually I'd give you more stat information. My computer, which is right in front of me, is about to be drenched.
Yeah.
So it's about to go back into my work bag, and so I can save this for another day where Mother Nature is cooperating. Gavin Park, 1-0 count. And Doc, kind of give us the layout of what it's like right now for both these teams playing in these kind of conditions.
Well, you know, for the team from Oregon, I'm sure this is, you know, nothing but an average day for them. They live in a very wet state, gloomy all the time, rainy weather like this, and as we're seeing, the conditions are starting to get to these Arizona native players. Gavin Park beams a batter in the leg, and just like that, with 2 outs, from going from a perfect inning to now runners on first and second.
Now stepping in is J.J. Walters, the DH. Southwest Oregon starting their campaign, the preseason campaign, hoping for some great weather in Arizona. And can you imagine what it's like to be at the Waste Management Open right now, Doc?
Oh, wow.
First round, and Mother Nature not cooperating. It's cold and windy. And Doc, I've covered back in the day when Tiger Woods last came to the Open. I want to say it was 2017, and I followed Tiger that day from the opening round all the way through 18, and the weather was like this. It was cold, windy, and he didn't make the cut that day either. But the weather was like this. And look, baseball players don't like this weather. Golfers don't like this weather. Fans, we don't like that weather either.
No.
So these two teams are braving the elements. 1-1 count, couple on. Top of the first, Coyotes and Southwest Oregon. Runners are going.
That was disgusting from Gavin Park, though. That one may be a bit of assist from the wind. Probably had about 20 horizontal break on it. That was disgusting from Gavin Park, and even though runners advance, he's now just 1 pitch away from putting this thing back in the Coyotes' hands.
So a 1-2 count, runners at second and third. Couple outs here in the top of the first. This one knocked to third. One hopper to Ethan Hatch, and he throws over, and that's going to do it. Couple left on by Southwest Oregon. We go to the home half. Mother Nature, she's waving her wicked wand. We'll see if it will cause furthermore damage here off the 202 in Pecos Road. Coyotes coming up in the bottom of the first.
You want me to take my time with you, or maybe I'm not your speed. Maybe I'm not your lead. You ain't got no cheese. Maybe I'm just too G for you. Maybe I'm just too scream. I can even roll in peace. Why? Everybody notice me. Yeah. I can even go to sleep. Why? I'm rolling on the beam. Yeah. They tried to give me 8, got on my knee like Jesus, please. You don't even believe in Jesus. Why you got a Jesus, please? If you wanna leave, just leave. But you ain't gotta lie to me. Even the blind can see. She ain't gonna ride for me.
We go to the bottom of the first. Coyotes taking their looks at right-hander Derek Atkinson. Young man last year had to sit out because he had an intestinal hernia. Had to have surgery, set out the season. So he's back, ready to go, and Coyotes, of course, will start with the Fighting Canadian, Ben Hashisaki, followed by Dante Turgeon and Tate Lewis. And Hash lays it down, and that is just a great bunt, and Hash is off to the races. He turns to, and he's going to go in at third, bang, bang play, and Hash gets in. And that is just some great small ball by Hash, and Atkinson slipped on the grass, and got to give Hash a base hit on that one. And what a great start for the Coyotes. Give Hash a base hit and a throwing error on Atkinson, but Doc, you've been in that situation. It's a tough play for the pitcher with the field being as slick as it is.
Yeah, you never know if your cleats are going to grab friction or if you're going to slide, and right there, his cleats let him down.
So Southwest Oregon bringing in their defense, and they're trying to deny the run, and needless to say, they're facing a young man who can hit the ball a country mile in Dante Turgeon, so they better be prepared at the onslaught that DT can bring at the dish. And that's a high fastball, and they check with the second base umpire, and Dante did not go. Coyotes coming into this one ranked 18th in the nation. And the rain is sprinkling a little harder. 2-0 count. Bender from Atkinson. That misses. It goes to 3-0. On deck is Tate Lewis. And Doc, with this lineup, there's not a lot of holes. You got punch and power 1 through 9.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, this is such a hard lineup for pitchers to navigate because they also adapt so well. They learn off their previous teammates' at-bats, and they're students of the game, if you will. They're taught well.
And Dante takes the walk. So runners at the corners, and now the rain is coming down hard. And because of the rain that's coming down, unfortunately, we have to shut down the telecast. And trust me, this game will be halted here in a matter of minutes. And
it's not lasting much longer.
And we appreciate you dialing us up, but we're going to be taking a break until Mother Nature gets things under control.